Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Happy Wednesday. Okay, we're going to play with the fairies today. I've already chosen the cards. We have the fairy tarot cards, magical mermaids and dolphins, magical unicorns, the oracle of the fairies, and the romance angel oracle cards. We are recording. Okay, let's start off with some tarot cards. Okay, what's the story for today, please? Princess Summer. Someone's riding a wish. They're riding the wave of wishes. There's quite a lot of wishes coming in here. And they've got their hands on one. And they're riding it. What's he got in his hand? I'm calling it a him. He's got some kind of crystal in his hand. Should we see where he's off to? Where are you off to? Well, he's romantic, captivating, dramatic, flirtatious. Falling in love suddenly. Okay. It's that word suddenly. Suddenly, life has new meaning to me. There's beauty up above and things we never take notice of. Wake up and suddenly you're in love. You've woken up suddenly and you're in love. Falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. Okay. So we woke up this morning and realised we're in love. Oh man. Swiping, no swiping. Okay. Who's trying to swipe away your love? Well, you're going after it. Let's have a look. Release. Release. So what wants to come through is what you want. Baby, I've got it. What you need. Know that I've got it. All I'm asking for is a little respect, just a little bit. Hey, baby, when you get home. So it looks like the masculine here, he's on his way home. Okay. There's been a transformation. This is a transformation card. This is the death card. Release, let go of the past, an ending that makes way for new opportunities and time to move on. So I am feeling as if this masculine needs to come with some respect for his divine feminine. Now he needs to get grounded. Okay, he's I don't want to say the energy is emotional, but the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. So I would say that the feminine isn't feeling as strongly the emotions as what the divine masculine is at this time. Okay, so I'm feeling as if the feminine is more grounded here. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, find out what it means to me. We've got a Queen of Summer here. Okay. Loving, comforting, emotional and intuitive. Listen to your heart. Intuitive insights you can trust. Taking care of others, perhaps too much. So we have the Queen of Cups here, which I'm feeling is the Divine Feminine's energy. I feel she's taking care of herself now, which may be why she's not so emotional. When she thinks of the Divine Masculine, it's more. He gets emotional when he thinks of her. Okay, so there's a role reversal here. The feminine here, she's loving, comforting, emotional and intuitive. We have to pay attention to this intuitive messages that are coming through. It says, listen to your heart. Intuitive messages you can trust. So I feel as if, actually the feminine I feel is more grounded because she can feel this energy coming in. Taking care of others, perhaps too much. So it's time for her to be taken care of. And what's interesting here is we have this fairy who has the peacock wings, and she's got like this little student here, little peacock, who's listening to her. We're going to get one more card. Seeing as we have the Prince of Summer rather than the King of Summer, or even the Knights, that's the most emotional of the kings. Emotional of the kings? Wow. Yeah, we're talking about love. The more emotional of the court cards. Okay. Life experience. We've got the Tower here. Let go of belief systems that no longer work for you. An important life-changing event. A situation that leads to significant opportunities. Wow. What's the masculine doing here? So we have a court card, a Prince of Summer, which would be the Page of Summer. Oh no, actually, okay. Let me change this around because this is the Knight. This is the Knight of Summer. It will be the Princess of Summer for the Page, so I do apologise for my error. Knight of Cups. Okay, this is actually movement here. This is about being more in control of your emotions than what the Princess is. But the Princess has evolved into a Queen here. So we have the Prince. Is he on catch up? He is. He's trying to catch up with the Divine Feminine. Okay, and I believe he's coming with respect. We've released the past, let go of the past. An ending that makes way for new opportunities, and it's time to move on. And then we have life experience. What I was saying is we've got the Knight of Cups, the Death card, the Queen of Cups, and the Tower. The bottom of the deck, the Magician. He's been showing up every day. You can do anything. Take charge of your life. You can manifest what you need to be a success. Okay, and it's a masculine's energy. And I felt, what was he doing here to the Tower? I had a dream last night, which I've kind of only just remembered, but it was about a very small bomb being made, and it was made up of, I don't know, just by putting certain components together. And there was a bomb, and I kind of went into the room that the bomb was in and kind of walked through the invisible strings. It was like booby-trapped. And so I detonated the bomb. But the bomb didn't go off straight away, and the bomb wasn't as explosive as what I think the person that set it up to be. It was like, I don't know what it was made out of. But it felt like kind of after about 5 minutes, the bomb actually went off. But it wasn't a massive explosion. But I still got everybody out because I knew as soon as I kind of detonated it. Okay. Anyway, there's a bit of a bomb energy here. And I thought to myself, what was that about? Because it was nothing really disastrous. It was just like, oh, I think I've just like tripped the switch. Okay, I think we'd best leave now, just in case there is a big explosion, but there wasn't. The kind of box just kind of caught alight, and that was it. There was no big bang. The Magician. And it just took me to, what's he doing here? And I felt like there was an explosion with the Tower. And the Tower's in the background here. Well, it's the Glastonbury Tour. Okay, that's the gateway to Avalon. So this energy here could be, the masculines go to Avalon, okay, to heal, before they kind of take their next step. So I'm feeling as if the masculine here, he's kind of left Avalon, which means that he's on his way. He's healed. He's on his way to the Divine Feminine. Who looks after you in Avalon? The Divine Feminine essence. beautiful divine feminines, they love and care and nurture you back to wellness. And I'm feeling here with this energy, it hasn't like it's an energetic energy, so I don't feel like these are feminines like actually in the physical, but it's an energy of feminineness that's been taking care of the masculine here. Why is it a collective energy? Because this feminine independently is trying to take care of others, and she really needs to take care of her own needs. This feminine needs to be taken care of. Let me get some more cards out. I do want this one. It's probably the best order here, isn't it? The Magician is the underlying energy. Knight of Cups, Death card, Queen of Cups, and then we have the Tower, which you can't actually see how I've done it. You can't see the feminine in the who's behind the masculine here, but he's the one doing it. And seeing as she's kind of looking at the camera as if to say the masculine has support behind him. Okay. He's riding the wave here. Let's look at this Magician card. I've opened up to the Emperor. Let's go to Magician. There's nothing you can't accomplish. The fairies are magical and can help you manifest whatever you need in order to be a success. The resources you require will just miraculously appear. Money, innovative ideas, creative abilities, or friends who are willing to help out. Understanding what you already have versus what you're in need of allows the fairies to send you the perfect gifts. So understanding what you already have versus what you're in need of allows the fairies to send the perfect gifts. You have an amazing skill and creative talents that you can rely on. However, it's also wise to seek out good advice from experienced people. Allow others to open doors for you or make introductions to those who can point you in the right direction. Okay, so this is really touching on allowing the divine masculine to open doors for you. How romantic. And also I'm feeling as if he can actually help to point you in the right direction and make introductions for you. Okay. Introducing. The first person to be introduced is the divine masculine to the divine feminine. This is him stepping in with respect. Okay. Respect, love, and it's about him seeing your worth. Our magician has accomplished his climb to Glastonbury Tor, where he accessed additional wisdom and protection. Now he is walking along the easier part of the path towards the base of the mountain. And there he's going to pick up his wish. The Prince of Summer. This charmer may be a prince, but he is truly the king of romance. I picked up the king energy. Said he was the most emotional of the kings. Utterly in love with love, he can zoom in and have your heart fluttering in the blink of an eye. He is refined, artistic and introspective, as well as dreamy and possibly a bit melodramatic. A hopeless flirt, he will read you poetry while looking deep into your eyes. In his heart, he really is generous and quite tender-hearted. His focus is on you, and you alone, until it isn't. And therein lies the problem. He is the Prince of Summer, and oh, you'll be so happy for a time, maybe forever, maybe. Just keep in mind that this prince is known for having a wandering eye, and he likes to spread happiness around, so be very cautious. The prince rides a magical dandelion under the light of a full moon. The dandelion indicates he can make wishes come true. However, the heart in his hand is made of glass, so handle with care. So it's his heart that he's holding in his hand. I bring you my heart. Promise that you'll handle it with care. Promise to take care of it. The additional meanings of this card: falling in love, a love of art and beauty, staying grounded during a very emotional experience, a trusted keeper of secrets. So he's really looking for you to keep his heart safe. Release, the Death card. You can learn from your past and move forward, or you can be held back by it. This is true in every aspect of life. You can learn from your past and move forward, or you can be held back by it. This is true in every aspect of life, be it your relationships, career, or health. When an attachment to your personal history blocks you from progress and joy, it's time to release the past. It's time to release the past and go forth boldly in an exciting new direction. Often the changes coming into your life are anticipated or even welcomed by you. Although moving on can be challenging, the fairies want you to know that your future is a bright and magical one. Don't wait. Take your first steps towards happiness today. The beautiful peacock wings of our fairy and the white roses she keeps close at hand both represent purity and immortality. The additional meanings of this card: moving forward, freedom to change, an ending that makes way for new opportunities, transformation, reincarnation. Queen of Summer, loving, comforting, emotional and intuitive. Listen to your heart. Intuitive messages you can trust. Taking care of others, perhaps too much. The Queen of Summer is beautiful and serene. You enter her presence and a sense of calm envelopes you. She radiates love and peace. The Queen also knows what you're thinking. Extremely intuitive. She understands your heart better than you do. For that reason, she makes an outstanding counsellor who can help you get clarity on whatever situation is troubling you. That's a beautiful description of the Divine Feminine. So, I was told to pay attention to this part: intuitive insights you can trust. Okay. It's just letting you know, Divine Masculine, that the Divine Feminine, she's extremely intuitive, and the Queen also knows what you're thinking. She's extremely intuitive. And she knows how to take care of your heart. Okay? She understands your heart better than you do, and for that reason she makes an outstanding counsellor who can help you get clarity on whatever situation is troubling you. The Queen has a deep love for friends and family and will be there for you. In fact, she's pretty much there for everyone. Tender-hearted and charitable, she can give too much. Tender-hearted and charitable, she can give too much. For this reason, you may experience the Queen of Summer as an exhausted and cautious person. She has given a great deal and hasn't always been given to in equal measures. She has experienced loss, and in that loss, she may have become wiser and more discerning about whom she lets in. And that's why this masculine is coming with respect. The Queen stands in a field surrounded by other fairies. The sunflowers indicate she can create happiness, which is why so many are vying for her attention. The additional meanings of this card: a close and trusted friend, taking on an important cause, protecting those who need assistance, and being sure to give and receive. A spiritual teacher. And we have the life experience. Let's move up so you can see this Tower energy. Card number 16, life experience. Change can be disconcerting, but it doesn't have to be something to fear. You're loved by the divine, and whatever new opportunities come your way are meant to make your life richer and more fulfilling. Ask God, the angels, and the fairies to provide signs that will lead you toward everything that's vibrant and uplifting. Keep your eyes on the future. What transitions do you see coming? How might you plan and prepare in order to continue on your path to happiness? If you watch the skies for coming challenges, then you can weather any storm and move on to new, exciting, peaceful horizons. So they're telling you to watch the skies for coming challenges. Okay, so they're going to be your signs. Watch the skies for coming challenges, then you can weather any storm and move on to new, exciting, peaceful horizons. Our fairy friends stand before the Tower of St. Michael, ready to pray for guidance and direction about the next step to take. Wow, Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine. Okay. Pray for guidance from Archangel Michael, for guidance and direction about the next step to take. The additional meanings of this card: the need for significant change, spiritual awakening, seeing the truth, releasing belief systems that no longer work for you, and wake-up calls. Wake up and suddenly you're in love. This card here, there's a card here that's it's the same colour. We're going to pull it and have a look. Oh, the Ace of Summer, look at that. That's beautiful, the Ace of Cups. Open your heart to love, the beginning of a new intimate relationship or the rebirth of a current one, the awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies. This card indicates that a very rewarding and joyful relationship is about to begin. It may be with a new person who enters your life, or it can represent a new phase of emotional intimacy with a current partner. In order to attain fulfillment in your emotional life, you must first open your heart to love, and this includes believing in yourself and your worthiness to be loved. When faced with an outpouring of affection, allow love to flow freely from your own heart, knowing that you deserve it in return. This card can also indicate the awakening of new psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies. Watch for signs from the fairies and allow your intuition to guide you through your current situation. Our fairy friend stands at the base of the Chalice Well in Glastonbury, where the Holy Grail is said to have been buried by Joseph of Arimathea, a disciple of Jesus. The additional meanings of this card: a message of love, flirtation, empathy for those around you, very close platonic relationships and finding a new home. It's beautiful reading. The Ace of Cups is an opportunity from the divine. Magical mermaids and dolphins. Okay, we're prolonging the message. Magical unicorns. Best friends. They're stuck together like glue. Well, not really, but the romance angels. Okay. I've got to read you a little story from Chicken Soup for the Soul. Let's see what story wants to come out of that book today. Let's see how it comes in with today's story that's on my table. Okay, Chicken Soup for the Soul. Let's have a flick through. What do you think? Stop. Dennis the Menace. Okay, what's this we've got here? Oh my goodness. Alright, we're going to have to read it. It's, hold on, let me have a look. Which one? It's on parenting. Okay. The chapter is graduation, inheritance and other lessons. So it's going to be perfect, isn't it? I'm hoping that this is the beginning of it. But you didn't is on the other side. Okay, well, we'll have a look at this. I just want to make sure. Okay, yeah. Let's start here. So, graduation, inheritance and other lessons. It is with great pleasure that I present to you the 1978 graduating class of Drake University. These students have successfully completed their college studies. Michael M. Adams, congratulations. Michael, Margaret, it's just that Michael, we're calling on Michael, aren't we? Right, let's start again. It is with great pleasure that I present to you the 1978 graduating class of Drake University. These students have successfully completed their college studies. Michael M. Adams, congratulations, Michael. Margaret L. Allen, congratulations, Margaret. He was so damn bull-headed. How could he not feel the torment of my urgency to go to college? How could he have possibly conjured up the idea that if it's to be of meaning, it'll be accomplished on your own. Damn him. John C. Anderson. Congratulations, John. Betty J. One day he would see that I had done it on my own, and he would feel remorse that he hadn't been a part of it, repentant and apologetic that he didn't actively follow me. Freshman? Sophomore? If that's how you say that. Junior, senior? A college graduate? Burrs? Congrat? There, I did it. I had made it through the vast land of ambiguity and bureaucratic hurdles. Like these words. College, the test to measure your tolerance to stress. 4 arduous years, and the prized sheepskin was mine. The scroll with my name inscribed on it confirmed it. Thanks a lot, Dad. I've longed for you to be supportive of me, to be proud of me, to think I was somebody special, really special. What happened to all those childhood lectures on accomplishing whatever you set your heart on principles, goals, work ethics and discipline? Where were the fatherly pats on my head along the way? What was so important that you couldn't tear yourself away to come to visit on Parents' Day, as all the other parents did? And now a no-show on graduation day. How could your day possibly be more consequential? How is it, possibly, that you couldn't arrange your day to watch your daughter on this momentous event in her life? Relations, Betty. I know it's hard for you guys to pick it up, but it's kind of like they're reading out the names and then these are the thoughts in between the names being read out. Against all hope, I searched for his eyes in the sea of several thousand faces in the audience. He was nowhere to be found. Naturally. My going off to college coincided with the birth of my parents' 6th child and other routines of a large and rural family. Why should he think of this day as anything out of the ordinary? Climb every mountain, ford every stream. The song our graduation class had chosen for the theme seemed appropriately trite and painful. Follow every rainbow till you find your dream. 102 new graduates marched across the stage that day. I was sure that every one of them had 2 parents wedged in the crowded audience. When every graduate had picked up his or her diploma, our class rose and began the long march down the auditorium aisle, all of us ready to get out of sweaty gowns and prickly pins and rush off to the dinners and family graduation parties. I felt so alone. Saddened, angry, I had sent Dad not 1 but 2 graduation invitations. It wasn't so much that I wanted him there, but that I needed him to witness the completion of something very special, an outcome of all those dreams, ambitions and goals he had instilled in me. Didn't he know how much his approval of this meant to me? Were you serious, Dad? Or was it just talk? It's very much the energy, isn't it, about the Divine Feminine graduating and everything that she's kind of learnt from the Divine Masculine. It's like, is he going to be there at your graduation day? Dad, you are coming, aren't you? I mean, how many times does one graduate from college? I had pleaded. Our coming will depend on whether we're in the fields or not, he had said. If it's a good planting day, we can't afford to miss it when the rains come. With the rains coming. He's out on the field, isn't he, doing the grass today? Okay. So our coming will depend on whether we're in the fields or not, he had said. If it's a good planting day, we can't afford to miss it, with the rains coming. We've missed so many days this spring. Planting time is critical now. If it rains, we'll try to make it down. But don't get your heart set on it. You know it's a 2-hour drive to get there. I did set my heart on it. It was all that mattered. climb every mountain, ford every... Parents, grandparents and relatives were all smiles, straining for a glimpse of their new graduate, politely shoving others out of the way to get that cherished picture, proud of their own status as mother, father, grandparent, brother, sister, aunt, uncle of the graduate. Theirs were the tears of happiness, and tears I thought back were of absolute disappointment and rejection. It wasn't just that I felt alone. I was alone. Follow every rainbow. It had taken 27 steps from the point where I had shaken hands with the Universal President in acceptance of my diploma, my ticket to the world in my future. Betty, a soft voice called urgently, startling me out of my suffocating, invented dejection. The gentle sound of my father's voice leaked through the thunderous applause of an enormous roaring audience. I'll never forget the vision that was before me. There, in the end seat of the long aisle, saved for the spillover of graduates, sat my father. He looked smaller and more reserved than the bold and thunderous man I grew up with. His eyes were red, and giant tears streamed down his cheeks, dropping thuds on a blue suit that was obviously brand new. His head was lowered slightly, and his face revealed a picture of far too many words. He looked so humble, too filled with fatherly pride. I'd seen him cry only one other time, but here were big, quiet tears that couldn't be contained. The sight of this masculine and proud man, my father in tears, broke the dam I had managed to hold back. Within an instant, he was on his feet, my emotions under siege. I did what seemed like the thing to do in that fervent and impassioned moment. I thrust my diploma into his hand. "Here, this is for you," I said in a voice blended with love, arrogance, revenge, need, thanks and pride. "This is for you," he countered, in a voice devoid of anything but gentleness and love. His hand swiftly entered into his coat pocket and emerged with an envelope in it. In a clumsy gesture, he reached out his weathered huge hand and thrust it at me. With the other hand, he rerouted the stream of tears cascading down his cheeks. It was the longest, most intense and emotional 10 seconds I had participated in. The procession continued. My heart raced as I tried to piece together the events of the day, his thoughts as he made the 2-hour drive, his ease or frustration in finding the university, fending off graduates and hoarding a seat 10 rows in front of those reserved for parents. My dad had come. It was one of the most beautiful days the spring had to offer, a perfect planting day, and that new suit, as I remembered it, he had bought one for Uncle Ben's funeral. 1 decade later, he had purchased one for my sister's wedding. A suit was considered frivolous to the farmer. Besides owning one, took away an excuse for not going where you didn't want to go. Buying a new suit definitely demanded a very important occasion. He was there, Dad in his new suit, till you find your dream. I glanced at the envelope that I was crushing to death with my grip. Having never received a note or card from my dad before, I really didn't know what to think. My imagination went wild with the possibilities. Would it be a card with his signature? It was a rare and integrity-laden deal when E.H. Burrs signed his name. Everyone knew a handshake from this man was better than a signature from someone else. When E.H. Burrs gave his word, well, it was a done deal. No banker had ever turned down this man, who after serving 2 terms in World War II had started his life with nothing more than a good work ethic, a solid sense of character, and a beautiful and loyal woman at his side. This man, with all those kids, and those bold dreams of owning all that land. Maybe it was just an extra copy of the graduation programme. Maybe the exchange was just as blustering for him as it was for me, and he simply handed me something, anything. Could it be an invitation to the assembling of the Burrs clan to celebrate this day? Afraid of being let down and wanting to savour any and all possibilities, I reserved opening the envelope until I reached the changing room. I struggled out of my cap and gown without letting go of this precious piece of paper. Look what my parents gave me for graduation, Martha gushed as she held up her hand, showing off a gleaming pearl ring for all to see. My old man gave me a car, yelled Todd from across the room. Must be nice, I got nothing as usual, came a voice from somewhere. Yeah, me too, chimed in another. What did you get from your parents, Betty? Yelled my college roommate from across the room. It didn't seem appropriate to say. Another incredible lesson, too precious to share, from one of the most admirable men in the world. And so I turned away and pretended not to hear. I folded the graduation gown neatly and put it in a bag where it remains to this day, a symbol given life by my father's words and actions. My eyes watered over as I remember my father's tears. He had come, after all. I was important to him. Either that or Mum won the fight. I opened the envelope slowly and carefully, not wanting to tear this precious memento from my father. Dear Betty, I know you remember how, as a young boy, my family had lost the family farm. My mother was left to raise 6 children, mostly alone. It was a rough time for all. On the day my family's farm was taken from us, I vowed that someday I would own land and that all my children would have a legacy to this land. They would always be secure. Wherever they lived in the world, no matter what was to be their fate, there would always be a Burrs homestead to come home to. My children would always have a home. The attached letter is your deed to your farmland. The taxes have been forever paid. It is yours. When I saw you go off to college, you can imagine how proud I felt, and so hopeful that you would one day complete your degree. You can't really know how helpless I felt when I could not stretch our family's dollar to include your college. At the time, I didn't know how to say that without destroying your belief in me. But it wasn't because I didn't value what you were doing, nor was it for lack of recognition of how hard you were working to make your dream come true. Though I might not have followed you as closely as you would have liked, know that you were never out of my thoughts. Always I watched you, though from afar. It might have seemed to you that I was impervious of your trials, of going it alone, but I wasn't. I was coping with my own struggles of a growing family and actualising a dream I refused to let go of because it was so important to me. It was my legacy to you, children. I pray for you constantly. Know, dear daughter, that your strength and ability to forge ahead when all seemed against you was often the very thing that kept my own dreams alive and renewed my strength to forge ahead with my own trials and tribulations and made them worth it. You see, it was you who was my hero, a model of strength, courage and audacity. There were times when you were home on holidays that as we walked the farmstead and talked about so many things, I wanted to tell you so you wouldn't lose faith in me. I needed you to believe in me, but as I watched the boundless energy of your youth and arrogance and pride and listened to your determination to complete your mission, I knew you would be all right. I knew that not only could you do it, but that you would. And so today, we have a piece of paper symbolising the completion of our dreams, actualised because we have applied hard work towards noble goals. Betty, I am so very proud of you today. Love, Dad. Author's note, his actual signature. How beautiful was that? Okay. Shall we have a look at these cards? Mother healing. As your feelings towards your mother heal, your desires manifest more rapidly and accurately. We had this card come out the other day, so we're going to reinforce the message by reading it. Mother healing. By drawing this card, Heaven asks you to release some remaining mother issues. Give the entire situation to Heaven, knowing that everything is in the hands of Infinite Spirit. The situation may heal in unexpected ways. Be unconcerned with how it heals and be vigilant in releasing any lower energies connected to your mother that could interfere with your life's mission. By releasing, my mother issues to Heaven, your heart opens further to accepting joy and blessings into your life. Your mother benefits when you're happy, whether or not she's consciously aware of it. Be willing to forgive and release old issues relating to yourself, your mother, mother figures, or anyone connected to your mother, which also could be your father. By cleaning your inner house, you invite new love, opportunities, abundance, and healing energy to enter your life. Wow. So many messages come through with that story. Felt the divine masculine's energy first, all coming with showing respect. Then the father energy coming through. Archangel Michael's energy was coming through, saying that you haven't been forgotten. You've been observed from afar. Let's have a look at these unicorns. Listen to your true feelings. Don't let others talk you into doing something that you know is wrong. And then finish what you started. You started something important and now it's time to finish it. Let's get the book for this. My goodness, pages are just falling out. Brothers and sisters, change, exercise on the back there. Let's put this. Okay, best friends. True friends stick together no matter what. Listen to your true feelings. This card means that someone might ask you to do something against your better judgment. You may be tempted to give in, to please the other person. You might worry that if you say no, the other person won't like you anymore. But this card reminds you that it's very important for you to listen to your true feelings before taking any action. You must choose for yourself what's right and wrong. If you feel confused, then talk with someone you trust, such as your mother, father, teacher, or best friend. You can also speak to your angels. In the end, though, you must decide what's right for you. Takes me in with this Tower card here. So in the end, though, you must decide what's right for you. This choice must come from your inner voice, not from outside pressure. Choose the path that will make you happiest in the long run. Some choices only feel good temporarily, and then afterwards you feel let down. The best choices make you feel happy for a long time. For a long, long time. To hear your true feelings, you'll need to make some quiet time. Close the door of your room and turn off all noises. Shut your eyes and breathe deeply. Then ask a question in your mind and listen. Listen to your body, your heart and your mind. Write down everything that you think, see, hear and feel from within. Take the action that you know in your heart is the right thing to do. Finish what you started. You started something important and now it's time to complete it. At the beginning of a project, you feel excited because it's something new and different. This excitement gives you a lot of energy. It also makes you want to spend a lot of time working on the task. But the excitement may fade away, causing you to lose interest. At that point, you may walk away from it. When you have lots of unfinished projects, your mind feels scattered. The unfinished jobs nag at you, which isn't fun. This card asks you to go back to an important project. You already know which one it is and complete it. The act of finishing something helps you become a more organised person and makes you feel better about yourself. This specific task will also help with your larger goals. That's why it's important to finish. It's actually easier to finish something than it is to deal with feelings related to the project being incomplete. The easiest way to finish it is to spend daily time working on it a little bit. What can you do today to bring the project to completion? If you're unsure, ask your angels and unicorns for help. They can give you ideas as well as the energy to work on finishing what you've started. You'll thank them and yourself after the task is done. Okay, romance angels, let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. The romance angels have heard your prayers about your love life. Now it's up to you to allow their help to manifest by stepping out of the way. By trying to control other people or external circumstances, you'll only frustrate yourself and slow down your answered prayer. There are plenty in times in life that call for you to take charge, but this isn't one of them. I feel this is for you, Divine Feminine. Because it leaves the masculine here wondering what he needs to do. Of course, it's fine to have your preferences, practice visualizations, and hold intentions. Definitely ask the angels for your desires. This card is a reminder, however, that your prayer may be answered differently from what you had in mind. Be open to all possibilities and trust in God's infinite wisdom and compassionate love. Control issues are based upon fears that others, including God, won't live up to your expectations, and this is called outlining, where you hand the universe a script of how you want it and everyone to behave. Outlining could cause you to overlook an even more beautiful way in which your prayers may be answered. So please call upon the romance angels to elevate your levels of trust so that you can enjoy the creative avenues by which true love comes to you. Okay. We're going to go to the oracles of shadows and light. Okay, we'll have that card. It was the bottom of the deck. Voodoo in blue, back off. Card number 22, and I do feel the energy that actually the Divine Feminine has backed off. This fairy is letting you know that it's time to back off from a personal situation that is not in your best interests. And that you may need to be brave and stop being so welcoming of what you actually do not want. So this blue fairy waving her voodoo doll is letting you know very clearly that you now must tell someone to take a step back. You know you have been overriding your instincts with what seems rational, with misguided desire to help and befriend someone who may not be particularly good for you. Voodoo in blue doesn't mind if she looks a bit nasty when she gives the back off message. She'd rather she was loud and clear and that a person pushing her buttons leaves quickly, So she wants you to start trusting your instincts, to start valuing being honest above being nice. You do feel like you need to stay away from someone and to tell that person clearly to stay away from you. The voodoo in blue stepping forward to speak with you confirms that your hunches have been ever so right. Voodoo in blue speaks, you are doing so well right now that you may begin to attract some attention from people who are quite simply opportunistic. And you are being kind and wishing to help, and so I'm going to step in and give you a very clear warning. I don't mind if I look like the bad guy. What matters is that you get the message. Time to do a little stay away magic, and while I won't be sending them bad thoughts, after all, there are no pins in my voodoo doll, you, if you take my advice, won't be asking them to come round for tea anytime soon. I don't feel like this has anything really to do with your divine masculine. I feel here that you're just been so busy taking care of everyone's needs, divine feminine, that it's just time for you to work on you. Okay, so time to do a little stay away magic, and also I do feel the energy that the divine masculine is keeping your aura clear just for him. Okay. So he's not wanting anyone else to kind of step into his position when he's on his way. Time to do a little stay away magic, and while I won't be sending them bad thoughts, after all, there are no pins in my voodoo doll, you, if you take my advice, won't be asking them to come round for tea anytime soon. Your feelings are right on this one. You know what to do. Don't get involved and don't get bullied. You may have to snarl too, a little, to get them to stay away. The divination message, you need someone to back right off and give you space. You are not liking them, you are not welcoming them, and you need to be very clear and straight about that, despite all your desires to be a loving and lovely person. Detach from whatever it is that's giving you so much, well, grief, by asking whatever and whoever it is that is irritating you, draining you, or pushing your buttons to leave you be for the moment. Be respectful and kind, yet cool at first. But if good intentions are mistaken for a new invitation, be clear and say, away. Stop being so nice that you send very mixed messages. It's banishing time. Okay, interesting. Now I'm taking to this could be a message for you, divine masculines. Because it's page number 99, and we're looking for the ripple effect after the 100th monkey has woke up. Okay, we'll leave with the Oracle of the Fairies. Okay, I feel like I want to sneeze, but I can feel the Divine Mother coming through again, which is sitting within me. If the sneeze doesn't come out, okay, let's see what message wants to come out then. Manifestation. Be very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life. Now write it down on paper. Manifestation, step 1. Okay, time to manifest. One of the strongest, one of the simplest and strongest, we'll add that in. Okay, one of the simplest manifestation techniques is to write down what you want to manifest, whether it's an idea, a wish, or a dream. Be honest with yourself and very clear about what it is you wish to happen. Once it exists on the paper, it exists in the physical world. Can it really be that simple? In a word, yes. Another great way to do this is to say, I wish to manifest your idea, wish, dream, or something better in my life. Next, think of a practical step that you can take to start the process of bringing your idea into the world, always remembering that your plan must respect the free will of others. Intention is key here, for it's our intent that directs the flow of energy in our life like a magnet. Stay fully focused and allow the fairy of manifestation to guide you during this magical exercise. Try to do one thing every day towards manifesting your desire, wish or dream, and trust in the process. Be sure to keep a lookout for any fairy signs that may appear along the way and follow their advice. This way, you're allowing the divine universal intelligence to help you manifest in the best way for achieving the highest good of all. Okay, right, have yourself a fantastic day. I will catch up with you guys soon. Until then, take care. Much love. Bye for now.